Can you actually find shells on the beach when it's this cold? The answer is yes.
A beautiful little horse conch. Oh wow. Nice bright sunny yellow cockle to warm up the morning. Some nice big ones are washing up. Oh, another fallen angel wing just washed into me.
Well, hello shell buddies, and welcome back to the Echoue Bijoux channel. The icy grip that Florida and the southeast have been trapped in now for a few days is just barely starting to break, and by early next week it should be a bit better. So one of the main questions people are going to ask is, did Enzo bring shells? So unless you've been living under a rock this week, you know exactly what's been going on across the southern end of this entire southeast region. All the way from Texas to the East Coast, we have had freezing temperatures, record-breaking snows in places that never see snow. So what does the shelling look like here in the Central Gulf on some of our local beaches? Let's go take a look at two of our favorite beaches that we go shelling at often and see what Enzo actually did bring to the beaches.
Oh boy, we're very windy Pass-a-Grille this morning. You can see I'm bundled up like the kid from A Christmas Story. I kind of feel like I'm moving around too. It's blustery windy. After a couple of solid days of rain and crap, we wanted to see what it looked like over here because we've had a wind out of the north and northwest for a number of days. It tends to pile things up, especially around the jetties. We figured we'd take a look at Pass-a-Grille this morning. John's checking out the rocks. I don't see where it's been filled in. And there's kind of choppy, so even with tide being sort of low right now, there's no beach. And there's no way for me to get down there. And look at all the rocks that are exposed, by the way. Mercy. Yeah, a couple feet of sand gone out of there. Alright, John's off exploring. I'm going this way. Going over to Shell Mountain. Alright, the wind's blowing between 10 and 15. The bigger gusts are going to be making it up to 25, possibly above, a while later. I'm very well bundled, but that wind has a serious bite. So there's a pile, and then like a ditch, and another little pile with sand. That wind is crazy. Whew. Okay. Pen shells, which I expected, but I did expect a little bit more. The sand has been blowing around like crazy. There's a film of it on everything. Oh man, that wind is making my eyes water around my glasses too. That's gonna be tricky. Not looking to get wet. Temperatures are in the 40s with a stiff wind. Feels a little like the high 30s right now. So shout out to Plum Island. You brave a lot of colder weather than we do down here in Florida, that's for sure. Okay, my eyes are watering and I cannot see out of it. Hang on here. Not going to shell in the water whatsoever. And it's a little chocolate milky anyway, but yeah, that's not happening today. Now the lower tide was much earlier this morning, but the wind pushed things back a bit, it seems. And there's quite a few holes over here, so people may have come out here early this morning. But if they did, they missed that. What? First thing right off the bat. A beautiful little horse conch. Oh wow. That's nice. Okay, boy, this is tricky with all these layers on it. Can I open my jar? Oh, nice. How can I close my jar? All right. Now, of course, everybody knows what's been going on down here for days now, storm-wise. Here's a seraph. That's nice. Oh, look. Little ribbed canthus. The dog beach, I mean, it's open, we can go over there, but I'm not sure how that would be because we saw it driving in and didn't look like there was a lot over there. And the water's too deep and it's way too windy to do the bottom at the rocks, so we'll poke around here and then we'll probably go take a look at sunset as well. Now already, I have spotted this cool worm and that cute, if I can grab it with my gloves, cute little spotted slipper snail. I better use my basket. There. That's easier. It's hard to pick these little ones up. But my gloves have a nice big fuzzy lining in them too. So I don't have a lot of tactile control like I usually do. It's just too cold to barehand it today. I have a thinner pair of gloves, but I'm gonna stay warm for a little bit if I can. Alright, so I turned out a cute little, getting the light here, calico scallop, a tiny little slipper, and a cool worm snail. Nice. Nice, bright, sunny yellow cockle to warm up the morning. The pile's been kind of pulled apart and scattered up the beach, I think. Well, is there any way for me to get down on that side?
No.
So I couldn't get down the rocks from the Gulf side. Plus, if we had gone around the bottom at the dog beach to come up the other way, I wouldn't have been able to get up the rocks from the water side either.
Ooh, there's a nice little whelk. All right. Let's knock the sand and shell pieces out. Yeah. He's pretty nice. Nice little stripes. Oop. Hard to hold on to things with these gloves.
Let's go back to the van, go over to the dog beach side.
Agree. I'm not seeing much here at all.
No. At least we'll have a little windbreak.
Well, surprisingly, Pass-a-Grille was not that good. Even with the tide being low, even with all that wind, the wind being out of the north didn't seem to push much up over there. And what we saw a little bit on the dog beach side, everything was covered with a film of sand. So we decided to cut bait and run, and we're gonna head up to Sunset Beach next and see what things look like up there. Now we're at Sunset Beach. It is empty here. A couple of shellers. The surfers are not here. It's way too cold. So let's go see if we find anything here. Didn't see a lot at PAG. We're parked in the second lot instead of by the pavilion, because it makes getting to the rocks a little easier. Wow, everything's smoothed out. There is piles and there is shells. Not what I expected exactly, but maybe the lesson is not to have expectations. He's kind of nice. Here we go. So, a northwest wind will produce a lot of shells here, but a straight north wind, not quite as many. But that's not to say there's not stuff here. There's stuff here. Here's an alternate talon. Let's see if we can see it better in the basket. There we go. Is this a simile? Oh yeah, he got broken and he healed himself. Water's right to your boots now.
Another one.
Another sand dollar there. This is a simile. This is a white Atlantic simile. It's very old, so it doesn't have its pretty colors. And what is this? Look at how bright that is. Oh my gosh, it's a little baby thorny oyster. Woohoo! A little baby thorny oyster. See those little protrusions on the outside of the shell?
Yeah.
That is a cool find. Wow. All right, I'm excited about that.
Oh wow, what a cool rare find, the thorny oyster. We don't get these guys around here very often. I found like one of them in Clearwater before. We saw these last year at our Shell Club show. There's the Pacific, the Digitate, the American or Caribbean one. But mostly what we find around here would be the Digitate thorny oyster. They're kind of shaggy and they're not as pretty as maybe some of the others are, but they're still immensely, immensely cool. These are some examples that you can see. See how it kind of looks like a cross between a spiny jewel box and a leafy jewel box almost. It has that kind of shaggy ruffliness to them. The Digitates, they flatten out at the end of their spines, whereas some of the other ones, their spine protrusions are a little more tube-like. Not a super common find for us. You'll see them over on the Pacific a little more commonly. What you will also see is nonsense like this, where it's being sold in a matrix as a stone for jewelry. Listen guys, I've been making jewelry since I was a teenager. This is a relatively new phenomenon and very tricky marketing and advertising. These shells do not occur in natural veins with turquoise, just so that you know. So keep your eye out on the beach looking for one of these. It's a pretty cool, rare find.
I got that and a little horse conch over at Pass-a-Grille, and those have made me very happy this morning. So thorny oysters, we don't find them a lot around here. So every so often you'll come across them in Clearwater, but we don't get those guys here per se at Sunset very often. So that is a cool find. Nice little rare find kind of to start us off. A lot of scallops. There's a sailor's ear. And a horse muscle. And more sailor's ears. There's like 3 or 4 of them. Is that one of those crazy fallen angel? It is. That's one of the fallen angel wings. And look at that baby's ear right there by where it was. All right, let's put these guys together. So we have the fallen angel wing, which has that twist to it, a mud pittock, a little baby's ear, and a southern horse muscle with that beautiful purple inside. And oh, my pant legs aren't rolled up. I can't be doing that. All right. Oh, another fallen angel wing just washed into me. Look. That's so cool. Wow. And another simile. Oh my gosh, and that one's not broken and nasty. And grab one of those sailor's ears. There's a number of those down here. Wow. Some fun little finds right here. Baby better take a step back though from the water, just in case. So fallen angel wings here for a second time at Sunset Beach. Get these all into the tiny jar. That is awesome. Look at those. Those are great. Alrighty, what other goodies are we going to find in here? There's a piece of a true right there. True tulip. There's a decent sized sand dollar. Oh, he's pretty nice. We'll take him too. We don't have a sand dollar container. Once again, we weren't expecting to find very many of them.
When it's rough, we expect they get broken. So it's always a nice treat to find them not broken. Ooh, look at that big orange guy right there. He's a little chipped up on the edge. He's got a nice little friend that's kind of brick red down here too. Let's look at these guys. Yeah, he's missing a little bit up there, but his color is really nice. And this guy's pretty too. He's older, he's got a couple of holes in him. A couple of bay scallops. I'm gonna leave that one there. He's really ratty. But we'll take this guy. There's another simile. Gosh. That's kind of, oh, I dropped it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I don't know where I dropped it. Uh-oh. Oh. There it is. Okay. White Atlantic simile. We won't be going to rinse things today. It's just too cold for that, but there we go. Got a little bit of that pinky stuff up there, not much. There's a cute baby sand dollar. Aww, how sweet. Hello. A nice little sand dollar there. There's another sand dollar there. That's kind of nice. Yeah. It's fun. Look, there's one down here in the water. Oh boy. The waves coming. I think I'll just scoop and turn and come away. Lovely little sand dollar right there. What is that? Oh, it is a ram's horn. Cool. Oh, a little ram's horn snail. He's probably pretty old. We find these in fossil form around here a lot, and especially over at Egmont. So not a surprise if some blew in. Well, let's see what's on the other side and then maybe work this pile a little bit. I'm going to check out over here though. We're parked over there in the above lot. And then over here is the pavilion. And there's where the bottom lot is. Oh, tricky to get through here. Not terrible. Way better than Pass-a-Grille, certainly. Oh, this is interesting. All kinds of scallops, and with the big giant Atlantic cockles and penshows. He's pretty. Ooh, you got a Pristus egg cockle. Nice. Some big, rough-looking sea whips. Wow. That one's nice. Nice big bay scallop. Ooh, he's pretty. Look at that golden color. Ooh, nice olive too. Oh, that's a nice mossy. Pretty big. Mossy arc, bay scallop, and a lettered olive. Oh boy, look at the pattern on that calico. Is it there? Yep, it's all there. Yeah, another sand dollar? Nice, honey. Nice calico clam there. Beautiful pattern. Oh, look at the little baby.
Look at the little baby sand dog. Oh, he's cute. He should fit in the jar also. I'm just a little amazed to see how much of this is already getting carved up. Just winter, normal. Well, I don't know if we'd call this normal. I mean, Winter Storm ENZO was what this ended up getting a name of. Winter Storm ENZO. ENZO is responsible for multiple inches of snow in the western part of Florida. There's a nice talon and a sunray Venus clam. I'll get the Venus clam, and then I'll get the talon. There we go. And these guys are lovely. Sunray Venus clam and an alternate talon. Ooh, another sand dollar. And a tulip. Oh boy. And a turkey wing. Nice tulip. Nice turkey wing. And this really nice little sand dollar. Oh, he's nice from the back. Let's see what his top looks like. Get everybody over here in the sun. Oh, hey. All right. Tulip, turkey wing, and a sand dollar. Those are great. Look at that sea whip that just washed up. Oh, how pretty. Don't know if this will get it. Oh. Still all wet. That's cute. It is. Ooh, purple sea whip. Ooh, John just picked up a nice big fat moon.
He's whole.
Oh wow, he is a lovely one. He's pretty, babe. Not sure. That's a coral or a sponge. No, sponge. He's squishy.
All right, let's take a look at this a little bit closer. We're on reefguide.org here, taking a look at the South Florida reefs and the types of tube sponges that we actually get in this area. And this one could be one of maybe three. Could be a tubulate sponge, it could be a pitted sponge, or it could be a branching tube sponge. Now it's really hard to tell when the little polyps on the outside of it are dead and gone and all you see is what remains of this. I'm gonna go with either a pitted or a branching tube sponge, and honestly I think it's the branching tube sponge. It's a little tricky to tell, again, when it's not in its natural habitat and it's very much dead and discolored and washed up. But something about the shape of these two makes me think it's one of these, and I actually kind of think it's this one right here. So it was a kind of a cool beach find to see, actually, a branching tube sponge.
Huh, look at that. Tube sponges. That's cool. Ah. Oh, too bad it came apart. That makes a nice little heart. Oh, that's a nice inch pair of semi-Venus clams, too. Knock that sand out. There we go. Hey, those are good. All right. Nice pair of hinge sunray Venus. Let's see if some fun stuff washes in. Oh, there's some more purple sea whip. I like that. It's
really cool sailors.
No, I just broke a buttercup.
Huh?
I just broke a buttercup.
That is not a buttercup.
Oh, no, that was not a buttercup. That was a sailor's ear. You're right, I did break it. Look at the size of that sand dollar. Whoa! Some nice big ones are washing up. There's another one over by John, and another one there. Got some nice little yellow cockles. Sunny and warm. Oh, there's a nice pretty buttercup. Nice and sunny and bright too. There we go. Put
the sand out of it. See the pretty yellow buttercup lucine we have here. Gorgeous. You go to the back. Oh, heck yeah. That's a nice find. Nice fragile mactra. That is a fragile mactra clam.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you today?
Good, how are you? Oh, broken tulip. With a beautiful fragile mactra clam. You can see the ridge down the side. Periostracum collects right here. A very thin, see-through shell, as you can see. Always like finding those guys. And I like their name. It's fun to say. Trying to find things that really speak to me today. Like this guy. Look at that great color. How gorgeous is that? Nice.
I find something worth getting my hand totally submerged in water.
What'd you get?
Pull it out of the bag.
That whelk?
Yep.
Oh, hey, that's a beauty.
Love the color.
Wow. Hubba hubba. That's a nice one. Look at that. And not occupied. That's a gorgeous one.
And no smell.
Excellent. Look at that operculum. That's nice. Nice big lightning operculum there. Trap door to the shell. So the animal keeps itself inside and protected. And that's a beaut. Look at that guy right there. All right. Nice little banded tulip. Beautiful. Boy, there's even more of that sea whip stuff over here too. Look at this. And another little tulip. Get him in there. Ooh. Big old beat up moon.
There's another one right there. See it?
Oh, is that a moon too?
Yep.
I might be able to reach that with the scooper. I was going for this guy first though. Cute little banded. Well, he stinks a little, but there's nothing in him. So he might have been recently vacated and emptied.
Yeah.
Look at that, babe. That's a piece of bryozoan.
Yep.
Oh, let's see what other goodies are over here. Hey, my arm was on an apple murex. Look at that. That's awesome. Okay, take him too.
See it?
Oh, did you put it there?
Yeah.
Were you teeing me up, babe? Get some of the yucky stuff out of here and see if there's anything else good. It's a little stinky though, I'm not gonna lie. Oh yeah, I got hinged dulcinea right there. So John left me this little murex I just put in my bag. Got a piece of a bryozoan and a hinged dulcinea. Now, we also spotted a big moon snail back here. Let me see if my arms are long enough to reach it. Look at this. Oh my. He is actually kind of nice. Trying not to lean on my bag and break my sand dollars, but I might have just broken a couple of them, I'm not gonna lie.
Did you get him?
I did.
Fossil.
He does look like a fossil. He's pretty awesome. I really like him. Oh, a lot more people have gotten to the beach now. People are walking around looking for stuff. There's a lot of this. If anybody's looking for any of this, this is from mangrove. This is in driftwood mangrove right here. And there's lots of pieces of it all over the place. Another old fossil olive. Oh, hey, wow, that's an old guy. That's an old wing oyster. He's in really bad shape. But a wing oyster nonetheless.
so he will come home. And look, there's a little chestnut turban I also turned out right in front of me. Really nice colors on him. Nice brown. Look at the lines, those dark brown lines. Wow. Stunning. Oh, there's a nice little moon though. He's just sitting on the top. Minding his business, looking cute. Yeah. Alright, buddy. You got any fun little friends? Just look. You sure do. There's another little moon right there. We'll take those two little moon snails off. Ooh, don't drop them. So hard to hold stuff with these gloves. There's another sand dollar there in the water. Wow, that's a beaut. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Ah! I don't want to get too wet. There we go. Another lovely sand dollar. They are still washing in. Did you just find one? An albino? Hey, let's take a look. Yupper. See-through's the absence of color. That is an albino prickly. Nice pull, babe.
It's cheater day.
Yep, got one down at PAG, one here.
Pass-a-Grille and one here.
Well, why don't we offload the sand dollars and walk north a little bit? Because we never go that direction. There seems to be shells up there too to look at. Progress being made here on some of this stuff getting fixed up. Getting there with this one here. This one's being repaired here too. Had their pool empty. It's very strange without the mangroves though. Feels like this beach is so naked. Landscaping used to be really pretty here. Now, what do we got going on here?
Coast Guard.
Is it Coast Guard? There's a rough little whelp down here. Let's see what his story is. Oh, and he's right next to a limpet. Hey, a lucky limpet. All right. A little lucky limpet shell. And a whelk. Now, he doesn't look awesome because he's covered in barnacles, but I will get those off with the Dremel. What you got, babe?
Egg casing.
Oh, so it is. Let's see, what do we got here? Okay. Looks like little lightning whelk egg casings, maybe. Bone dry and brittle. And I can't tell if these were ever viable or not, but there looks like little bitty grains in them. So they're done. Yeah, we'll take that home. It'll end up in a shadow box maybe with some of this other fun stuff. Look at that. We got a vertebrae here. That's cool. And I saw this cluster down there too. Didn't know what kind of shape it was in. These are Titan acorn barnacles here. A little cluster of them. It's pretty fun. Got this big vertebrae here from a fish. I'm gonna just take these barnacles and that cool fish vert. Neat.
I found my first one.
You did. That's a crucifix. Yes.
Cool.
Call this the crucifix bone. It's a head from a fish, and you can see the head and the arms. So that is what we call a crucifix bone. That's a cool find, honey. Nice. Look at the sea whips. This is like the most I think I've ever seen. They're just all over. They're all over. The black ones and the purple ones. Beauty. Just kind of pan around and see that they haven't gotten sand removed from that place. Still 3 feet of it up against the wall and the doors, covering the porch. And you can see like down along the side of it where it had piled up, because that was the sand level everywhere. This one next to it has it cleared out, and the one on the other side does. But this one doesn't have it cleared out yet. So interesting to see that. I haven't really looked at the damage from this side. We've seen a lot of it from the street. I'm a little taken aback to see the damage up top, but I think that could have been maybe tree branch damage too, because there's a tree with the branches all cut off. And there was a lot more mangrove and trees down here than there is now anymore, so. Golly. Milton and Helene, boy, they were pretty mean to us over here at Sunset. And the size of this guy. Holy moly. Whoa. That's beautiful. Oh my gosh. They're trying. They're working on getting some of these places going again. This one, this one may need to be demolished. I don't know. It's in pretty bad shape. That is a shame, man. What a cute little cottage, boy. Aww. It took some scary damage to their porch. Wow. What kind of shape are you in, my friend? Oh, quite good. There's a nice apple mirror shell right there. Awesome. Hold it up to the light. Yep, see-through. That's an albino prickly cockle. A horse conch. A baby horse conch. Yeah. Come here, little friend. Oh, and it's empty. Oh boy. That is a beaut. Gorgeous little horse conch there. Look at that brick red. My gosh. Wow, he's nice. Let's look at some of the brown periostracum on him. Oh, a horseshoe crab molt. I didn't see the other one you had spotted, but I see him. Oh, welcome there, babe. Oh, you got a cone. Hey, Florida cone. Awesome. Look at the parking lot. They just washed away everything underneath. It's collapsing in. That is crazy. Wiped out their pool area too. You can see everything all kind of collapsed underneath where the pool was installed. Holy smokes. It'll be a while for this one to get fixed. Got some more willets.
One-legged.
Yeah, I think they do that to keep their one foot up and then the other. The little guys are probably pretty cold. Sorry, willets. Hello, lovely. Another albino. And you can tell when you look at them, and they have that translucent color to them. He's super shiny inside, so he's not been here very long. Gorgeous little albino prickly cockle. The damage over here. I mean, look, that was an in-ground pool. Look how much sand is just removed.
Okay, I zoomed in and paused here so you can let this sink in. That's an in-ground pool. That's how much sand is missing. Despite what you saw shoveled up, put in the parking lots, and put back on the beaches, there's still a bunch of sand that's not here. And look at that one over on the right-hand side. That pool is smashed in.
And pushed around. This whole pool basically been blown apart. Wow. Incredible power. Just incredible. We're gonna have a long way to go still for some of these folks here at Sunset. Pretty tough. Check this guy out. There's a nice apple murex there.
I picked one up too.
Wow, he's lovely. Beautiful.
Wow. Wow. That's all I can say.
Oh, he's nice. Ooh, yeah. He's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's a nice one, baby.
That color is amazing.
He's gonna be lovely cleaned up. He is. Oh boy. A wing oyster. Look at that. Hey, that's a great find. And I think I might just call that my last shell of the day here at a very chilly and blustery Sunset Beach.
Along with the shells on the beach to be found, some other good news is that ENZO did not cause the kind of damage to the beaches like Finn did last winter, which right now is a blessing for Sunset Beach, Pass-a-Grille, and other spots around the area still trying to pick up from the hurricanes. So as you can see, it didn't really recharge the pile over at Pass-a-Grille, and it sort of scattered the pile that was at Sunset Beach. But Sunset Beach definitely had good stuff to be found, no doubt about it. Pass-a-Grille, not as much. And I think this is down to actually geography and how far things stick out into the Gulf versus are they tucked back a little bit. Pass-a-Grille is kind of tucked back a little bit in where Sunset Beach sort of sticks out a little further. With the winds coming directly out of the north, it didn't pile the shells up like a northwest wind piles things at the bottoms of the islands. So when we get a stiff northwest flow and things are coming in at an angle, you can see where piles of shells are created at these jetties on the ends of these islands by these passes, and usually in the bowl shapes in the middle of the peninsulas and the barrier islands. With a direct north wind, this did not happen quite as much. Now, that's not to say that shells weren't brought in. There was plenty there to look at, plenty to poke through. But the caveat on that is, without that westerly element, it was running parallel to the coast for the most part and did not make the massive piles that we were expecting to see. Along with that, it covered over everything in a film of that tiny, fine, powdery, sugary sand. That stuff that's almost like confectioner's sugar almost. It's so lightweight and so fine-grained that it'll layer over the tops of things and it'll bury shells. Even though there's shells there, you'll get there and think, oh gosh, there's nothing. So here's some tips to stay warm while you're out there on the beach looking for shells in these crazy cold weather temperatures that we've had this winter starting out 2025. You're going to want layers for both your upper and for your legs too. Now, for me, with nerve damage, my legs and my feet get cold pretty fast. So I end up wearing a lined pair of leggings, a thin pair of sweatpants, and then a pair of sweatpants that goes over them that's made out of a synthetic fabric with a fleecy inside. I also couple this with tall muck boots that I got at Tractor Supply and tall woolen socks to try to keep my feet warm. Staying out of the water and staying dry totally helps with that. Now, something else that's going to make shelling and being outside on the beach when it's cold like this a lot more bearable is these little hot hands things. Let me see if I got a package here. All right, this brand is called Grabber hand warmers, okay? And these, you take them out of here. You don't have to do anything to them. Just kind of shake them up and get them in your pockets, and they will emit heat for hours. We've had these last us for like 10 hours at a time. So when you get them out of the package, this is what they look like. You can hear the little stuff inside of them that has its little reaction and keeps everything warm. And I'm going to show you an excellent trick for staying warm when you're out on the beach. Okay, you got a hat on, right? Got that little brim. Take these, and tuck them inside the brim, right by your ears, just like this. Oh, yeah. And so nice and toasty. I stayed so warm like this out there, and it was so brutally cold that this actually made it possible to go, because without these my ears would have been freezing in minutes and we would have had to stop early. You can stick these in your pockets, you can stick them up here in the brim of your hat like this, you can put them in your pant leg pockets, drop them in your boots, whatever you need to do to stay warm, but these little guys are the ticket. I was hoping to find a good 3-season jacket to wear out to the beach, but one was not to be had in this area. And I've looked for that kind of thing a couple of times now and not found it. When everybody laughs at us here in Florida for layering up all these clothes, guys, the layers we get are designed to keep us cool, not warm. And we don't get 3-season jackets here to go buy at the stores because there's really not very much demand for it. So the retailers don't carry a lot of stuff like that. You're gonna have to get creative if you're looking this time of year for these types of things, and maybe try ordering them online or going on a little trip away from the area, at least in my case, to actually find anything that's worthwhile grabbing. When I went looking, I couldn't find a heavy jacket. I couldn't find something that I could layer and be comfortable in to go shelling at the beach. So what I had to settle for was a zip-up Columbia fleece shell and a separate waterproof shell that was going to keep me dry in case my shell bag was wet and leaked on me or anything like that. So those are some of the options that you have. I ended up with a turtleneck, a hoodie sweatshirt, another liner, the fleece jacket, my normal jacket, and the shell on top of it, the lightweight waterproof shell. So I managed to actually stay warm that way. Another thing that you're going to want to have is a pair of gloves. You'll see in parts of this video where I'm actually wearing a pair of Carhartt gloves. They look like they're kind of thick. They are. When I'm holding on to the walker, that's just hard plastic over aluminum, and when the temperatures drop, that's like holding on to 2 popsicles. It's very, very cold. So I went with these Carhartt lined gloves that have fleece on the inside to help keep my hands warm. Now, will they keep me 100% dry? No. There is a rubber coating on the hand part that goes around here, like around this part of your hand, the palm, and around the edges of the fingers. But it doesn't wrap all the way around, so these are not suitable for plunging your hand into the water to grab shells. I would recommend that you get a little scoop of some sort in order to pull things out of the water so that you don't get soaked. So there you have it. You absolutely can find shells in Florida when it's this cold. You can find them a little easier if there's a westward element to the wind driving things to the beach and across our state. So just remember to keep your eyes open on those weather reports. And when we do get a stiff north wind, one of the best places to look instead of the southern parts of the islands is actually the northern parts of the islands. Believe it or not, Anna Maria, where we don't usually find a whole heck of a lot, has been pretty hot shelling for the last 2 days. So that's all the latest for our beach reports from here in chilly but slightly warmer Florida. As we come into the next week, things should be warming back to normal temperatures, and we'll be looking at 70s again by Wednesday, which would be fantastic to get out there and go shelling.